Let's do some murder fucking in the apocalypse.
I love the fact that I just transitioned on in the middle of murder fucking.
Yeah, I realized halfway through that sentence, I was like, wait, is this a cold open? And then I was like, excellent, it's a great cold open.
Hi, kids. Hi,
Hello.
kids.
Yes, this stream is rated R for adults only.
Welcome to Murder Fucking in the Apocalypse with a grandparent, a child, and a DJ.
A cult leader, excuse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll get to that shortly. Welcome to I'm Not Trying to Kill You. I'm your host, Ash. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And today we're going to play a bit of Apocalypse World. It's week 5. And people are in a spot. Let's do an introduction for everyone. We'll get names and pronouns and what you do and stuff. Jimmy, who are you? What do you do? What are your pronouns?
Hello, I'm Jimmy. My pronouns are he, his. I do comedy. I write games. I run games for money at gm4hire.com.au. Also, quick plug, I'll do this again at the end of the show. If you're in Brisbane this weekend, come down to Sexpo and say hi. I'll be there running games with my nerdy friends.
That sounds so cool.
That's awesome. Oh my god.
Is that game Monster Hearts? Because I feel like if it's not, you've made some mistakes.
Oh, look, I've mentioned doing Monster World. There was pushback.
So,
that's all I'm gonna say.
So I think at some point I'm going to have to come up to Brisbane specifically to tick off run Moldvay D&D in a sex dungeon off my bucket list,
God.
right?
Oh my god, Ash, I swear to god, if you don't tweet at Adam and at least invite him, he's gonna be so upset. Even if he can't make it. If he's not invited, you're never gonna hear the end of it.
We'll discuss
stream it,
that.
don't worry about that.
Yeah, with low ambient heavy metal playing in the background, right? Make Adam the DJ.
Yeah.
That can be his job.
Emily.
Hi.
Do you want to do your intro? I'll let you choose how you do it.
All right. Yeah, excellent. Hello, I'm Emily. My pronouns are she, hers. I'm a filmmaker and an artist, and sometimes I do art for games, and sometimes I do art for emotes. See the chat. Look at them shiny new emotes.
I subscribed and I got access to them shiny new emotes. I'm so
Exactly.
fucking hyped.
Pretty fucking
You too
rad.
can subscribe. That's me. I'm excited to try not to get my child character killed in a firefight.
Yep. Yeah, that's a thing. Luke.
Look, I think if anyone's gonna die tonight,
I mean,
probably
one
gonna
of
be
you has
Sunrise.
armor. And it's not the
That's
child.
true. Also, one of us has a gun.
Also, not the child.
Yeah. Having a gun makes you the target. Theoretically, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I am
Luke,
Luke.
do your fucking intro.
I'm Luke. They, them pronouns, please. I am a professional GM for children in my day job. Also, I write role-playing games sometimes and appear on streams with cute people like this.
Aww. Are you doing the sprawl with Eric? Is that coming up?
Fuck yeah, I am. We had our first episode the other day, Martian Cyberpunk. It was dope as fuck,
I need to go.
and I had a great time.
That's
And it was the most and there's tarot cards too, which I know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
you said.
This game sounds
That's right. Kane knows. Kane was there.
That
Faithful
sounds
Kane.
Fucking sick. Alright.
Yeah, it was dope as fuck. It was very Fast and the Furious.
Cool.
As in, we drove some cars out of a flying object and landed them
That's
on the
fucking
ground.
sick. That's fucking sick.
That's some heavy
Yeah.
metal stuff right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, when I say Fast and the Furious, that's specifically the kind of Fast
That
and the
trope.
Furious trope I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's do... Now, I'm not going to make us roll session start moves today because we aren't... And not enough time passed in the last session for that to be legit. Which I feel like is a like a way that I would like modify those rules is that like if X number of time has passed, but what we will do is we will do some highlights. So what I'll do is just I'll get each of you to do a quick description of your character and then say who knows you best, who you know best, and they can give you a highlight. Jimmy, you're up first.
Okay, so Mito had an interesting session last game. Normally he's normally they're a DJ bringing the peace and rock and roll and things like that to the apocalypse, trying to keep art alive, which is the most important thing. But they found themselves in a corner last week that they couldn't really find their way out of, and had to do a bit of murder violence with a hammer to the leader to the leader of the gearheads, which according to my level up move I believe I can control now, but we'll come back to that. See, but
that made me the boss. That's how it works. That made you the boss.
As to who knows me best, I have Hex 3 for both Give and Sunrise.
You choose that.
Up to you.
You know what? I'm gonna. You know, I don't think Give has highlighted stats for me before, or like if they have, not recently. So that's what I'm gonna say.
All right, I'm gonna highlight. I'm gonna highlight. You're sharp, definitely. Yeah.
Cool.
You need to be sharp. Things have got complicated for you, friend.
That's true. They have.
Cool. Let me look. See, the thing is, I'm gonna highlight your hard.
Okay.
It's fair.
Because I feel like things aren't as simple as you think they have become.
What? No.
I wonder why you, of all people, would feel that way. It's like you know something we don't know. Crazy.
I mean, I also feel that way, and I just know the game we're playing.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think that's an MC privilege thing.
It's true.
And Give. What do you like, and who do you know best? What do you like?
What do you like? I am a child. I am a small chidlin who may or may not be human in the usual sense. We're not entirely sure, but looks mostly like a person. They have a mercurial appearance, so they can, at will, through clever camera tricks, assume the appearance of someone other than themselves, but only other children.
I love the fact that we don't do special effects. We just like pan away.
Yeah, exactly. Pan away, pan back. They look different. I think they are still currently wearing the appearance of the like small boy that they were wearing when they infiltrated Paradise.
Yep.
So they look currently kind of like a young boy of sort of maybe Malaysian heritage, and they don't have a radio on their shoulder currently. They are unhappy about it.
Yeah. Who do you know best?
I know. Pretty sure it's still Sunrise. Yeah, Sunrise.
What are we highlighting, Sunrise?
I mean, like, it was real cool that one time when you got that guy to shoot his friend.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be real helpful, but, like, also, I reckon Sharp would be pretty helpful right now.
True, that's true. I do intend to do a lot of, like, seduce or manipulate. But then you're right, like being able to make judgments about what's a good idea.
It's all about that plus. It's all about that +1 forward. You know, it's all about that +1 forward. Right. I think I'm gonna give you hot.
All right. Okay. Sure.
I'm gonna be a good friend and give you what you want.
Hey, give.
Yeah.
Give.
Yeah.
Highlight your fucking heart.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Okay. We did discuss this though.
We did. I'm
all right.
Like I'm letting you frame everything, right? Like
yes.
That's fine.
All right.
And sunrise, or as we currently know her, is it sunset or is it dusk?
It's dusk.
Yeah, dusk.
Yeah.
What are you like, and who knows you? Who do you know best?
Yeah, so I am playing Sunrise, the Battle Babe. They are in their like 60s or 70s. They are like big, like tall and broad, except we've just discovered like that's not so much them as just like the many coats and cloaks they normally wear. They have a past of violence and murder death in a number of different capacities, both solo and in a group, which we have steadily been learning about. And
TV or something.
Yeah, and right now they're reverting back to like when they were very young and did a lot of murder, death, and yes, Nathkai, they also have a strong history of cold opens. It's true. And currently, I believe, if I quickly consult my character sheet, I believe that Give has slightly better hex with me than Mito Bright as Armstrong.
Okay, I'm gonna highlight your hard in case the GM doesn't. She probably won't.
No, she's gonna highlight your cool.
Yep, totally. Right. That's it. I'm just gonna this session. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do.
Oh, this is gonna be so great. It's gonna be. Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be so great.
I mean, like this has always been the plan with this character, right? I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna take like all the advances that make me like terrifying, so that when finally I do have to really cut loose and do some violence, it's just like carnage.
Yeah.
See,
this is, in the immortal words of Will Graham, this is my design.
All right.
Wow, man, we have completely different role playing strategies. It's fascinating, and we should definitely talk about this more.
Neat.
So.
Neato.
Oh, hey. Wow. Thanks for the bits, Jess.
Neat.
Yeah. Cool. Oh wait, no, I'm reading that wrong. Anyway, I can't see my alerts currently. It's frustrating. All right. So, let's see. Where are we? We've done our highlights. Now, I want to get into your thing in a bit, Jimmy, but I don't want to do it straight up.
No problem.
What I want to do is I want to jump in with a car tipping over. A truck.
Yeah. So we cut back and we replay the last minute of the previous episode.
Yeah, exactly. So, we see this car, this truck with these two people like hanging onto the back, like come in and someone and there's these two figures like holding onto the back of this. No, under the truck, isn't? You're under the truck.
Yeah, under the carriage.
Yeah, and at some point,
in fact, one figure holding on and a second figure sitting on top of them.
And it's then like someone like alerts to it, and like they're like, holy shit, there's someone under that truck, and like they just start firing, right? Like they just do that, and the poor old man in the poor old man in the driver's seat just does not know what to do and tries to like steer quickly away from from the bullets, which of course means that he like massively oversteers and tips the truck. And like and so we see it like go down on the side, and we see we see Sunrise like physically lift Give like over the bed of the truck to like be in a position of cover, as we just hear like as like these like bullets like line into the base of the truck. And I think you hear a like a dunk and then like a glug 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 sound.
Yep.
That's not good.
What do you do?
I mean, it's not good. On the flip side, gasoline is not as flammable in reality as it is in Hollywood. So like,
question is, which of those we
do you think we're playing in the real world? Because we are not.
I mean, look, I don't know how your day went, but like I went outside, it was freezing cold. I saw some fucking Sons of Combustion hanging around. I might have shot someone, I might not have. I'm not committing to anything. Like, it's just Canberra, right? Like,
oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So, we're just to be clear, we are on the so the car is on its side. We are on the roof of the car side with the tires facing away, the tire side being shot at, or the other way around?
No, that's correct.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Okay, so I'm going to grab my flag off the passenger seat, because I can't leave that behind. That's important.
Cool.
I'm going to grab Give, and I'm going to bundle that under one arm, and then bundle Give under the same arm. And then I'm going to rip off my eye patch, and I am going to go and find a defensible fortificational bull position from which I can kill these motherfuckers.
All right. So.
And also, I am activating Visions of Death. I'm going into battle. It's time to foresee what will happen.
Activate Visions of Death before you do you do that before or after? No, you did. That's the first move, right? Like that's got to be the first move. Like.
Yeah, it's just like when you go into battle.
Yeah, so that happens before you do the act under fire to try and like get Give and the flag.
Yeah, I think that sounds reasonable. Yep. Let's see how that goes. Nice.
Cool. So what's partial on Visions of Death?
I can name a person who'll live or a person who'll die. They have to be an NPC.
Cool. Do it.
So here is my question. So no, it's not even a question.
No, it's not.
Provided that when we say go into battle, we're talking about a battle with the compound as a whole.
Which you are.
I am naming the man as someone who will die.
I am aware.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
That's a really powerful move. Holy crap.
So here's the thing, though, right? Like, what? Like,
what does this look like?
Like, yeah, because I don't think you see that person. No, I know what it is.
No.
Okay, right. You look down at your hands, right, as you go to like put things away or rearrange, right?
Yeah.
And suddenly, you're putting down a mahjong tile onto like a green table, right? And then there's just like blood starts like spilling out of your front and onto these mahjong tiles in your hands, and then you like look up, right, and you're back in the moment, and and like you know that like those like frail old hands in like the fine silk shirt are like are those of the man.
Excellent. All right, now I'm gonna act under fire.
Yeah, you are.
Now
do
that
you
I've
want
done
me to
that,
stitch first to try and see if there is a position that you want to get to?
that sounds like a good plan.
Hot
Nice.
diggity. Ask me some questions, friend.
I think like the event, and I think like the reason that they do so well here is because like not like half a day ago they spent like 3 hours
just watching,
like surveying, just watching this terrain. So like they know already where all the defensible spots are. It's more like their eyes just scan which one is currently empty and then they go. Yeah. So
ask me your questions, friend.
basic moves. Yep. Which ones do I want to ask? All right. I'm going to ask. where's my best way in, and specifically way into cover.
So into cover specifically. I think you can see that they've got these like raised garden beds that are made out of trucks, like the trays off
shipping
utes.
containers like welded in half or something.
Like the trays off utes and
right.
cut off water tanks and things like that.
Yeah.
And I think if you
amidst them,
if you like head through them, amongst that area, I think there's probably a glass house, but like it's made out of big like industrial panes that you would have on the side of like big buildings that have just been like held in place onto like a metal frame with like bits of like baling twine and like fencing wire and stuff. So like that would also give you like a certain amount of cover. It wouldn't get you all the way into the loading bay because like the loading bay is the place that you're gonna have the hardest trouble getting into.
Yep. My second question, I'm gonna ask, where's my best way in to the loading bay?
Yeah. So if you want to get into the loading bay, I would think you would want to grab one of these like hand cart things that they're using that are like that again are like big trailers, and like use one of those as cover as you like wheel it through. But that's the only way you.
So like I'm gonna use a wheelbarrow as cover. Is that just?
No, like big like a small car trailer.
Oh yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, so like pick one up and use it as cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's like going into the loading bay specifically is going to be the hardest thing, right? If you're just like asking what's my best way in, you can probably use they're like the sides of some of these buildings are fucking covered in like shit growing up them, right? Like it's all like just brown and dead because it's winter now, and like probably a lot of it's black, right? Like there's a lot of the plants here have that thing where they have like that black charcoal stuff that they like kind of grow on them as protection, and that's just spidering up the sides of this. So you could probably have like if you went for it, you could try and like climb up to the second story where there are a lot of broken glass, broken windows and things. So that's another way in.
Yep. So using a tray as a shield. Or onto the roof.
Yeah. Think of the kind of thing you would use to transport like a motorbike, right? That's the kind of trailer we're talking about.
Yeah, totally. And who's in control here? Like out here right now.
Right,
like,
yeah. And you need to know that.
Step one, right? And then we'll deal with whatever comes next.
So here's the thing, the people that are in control, there are a couple of
with their hats,
with hats and like khakis and hats. So there are a couple of those paramilitary guys that are currently trying to work out what the fuck is going on, right?
Yep.
So that they can give orders. Currently, they can't. You have that advantage for the moment.
Yep.
I think the one that's most notably in charge has like a white peaked cap, but he's got like all of these like big metal pins that you might get from traveling places. Like I went to Hawaii, I got this like pin, and it's just covered in all of these pins. And he's pretty obviously like the oldest and most well armed.
And does that like indicate? Does that like give Sunrise the impression that like he is the equivalent to the lady we killed? Like he's another one of the four?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah. So that's like a reasonable thing for them to conclude.
Not necessarily the biggest. Yeah. He's got another one of his assault rifles.
Yep. Cool. All right. Who's in control? Useless officers and 204. Cool. All right. I like to keep a note of these things.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm now acting under fire.
So you're going to grab your.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab the flag and put it under my arm, and I'm gonna grab Give and put them under the same arm.
Mm-hmm. And
then I'm gonna draw my handgun with the other hand.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have enough hands right now for my assault, my fucking semi-automatic machine gun.
No,
but that's fine. We'll get to that. We gotta give ourselves some room to escalate.
I like the idea that like holding a child and wielding a gun is a skill that you are good at.
Yeah. I have a long history of doing a variety of jobs.
Yeah, right. Like that's the thing.
It's like, have you seen my post-apocalypse resume? Like Sunrise has many skills that are employable.
All right.
But yeah, and so they're just gonna like head like straight over into the garden beds, and like kind of like hunker half down so that like as much of them is like under the cover of the metal as possible, and so that Give is like well below it.
Yeah, no,
and
definitely.
they're gonna try and get like in there enough that like exact track of where their position is lost. Like obviously in the garden beds somewhere, but like they want to be like a phantom in the garden beds, not like, oh, that sitting duck in the middle of the garden beds.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna act under fire. The fire is
cool.
literal sprays of bullets, as people know the vague's like half of the place you're in.
Do I get my +2 for acting on the MC's answer?
Which answer are you acting on?
Where's my best way in? Through the garden.
Yes.
Nice.
Also, I might be able to help if that is.
You might well. We'll see how it goes.
11.
Alright, I got an 11.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm so cool.
Yeah, you hear someone.
I'm the coolest.
Yeah. You hear someone yell, "The Sasquatch went into the gardens!"
That makes me happy.
I am the Sam Squatch. It is true. I accept this.
Yeah. Right. Like, and you hear them, and like so, and you hear this older guy with like the big like Fu Manchu and like the ridiculous hat, and like be like, "Somebody get in there, spread out and find them," and like and like you hear just the sound of like probably like a dozen or so weapons being loaded.
Yep. And I'm going to like I think like well I'm down there and I deposit Give on the ground. And I I say, you find somewhere safe. You stay out of the way of the bullets. Help if you can, but don't you dare die.
I won't die.
I'm proud of you. That's good. Good answer. And then I'm going to find a trellis lying on the ground because it's a garden, right? They've got those like stakes and stuff.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
I'm gonna tie Midnight's flag onto it and plant it amidst the garden, like as a declaration of fucking war. Like I just stick it into the earth so it's like flapping there in the cold gale.
Yeah. Like amongst the tomato,
and then I'm gonna
right?
and then I'm gonna take my semi-automatic machine gun, and I am going to kill that knot of officers and 2 of 4 all standing around looking useless.
Cool.
With bullets and violence. That is my plan.
Gangs.
This is my design.
I mean, yeah. So this is a medium gang. Because they can't. Because like they're surprised they don't have their full armor, their full force.
We can work with that.
But they may become larger if they can like rally reinforcements.
Yep. But if I can kill enough of them first,
oh yeah,
they may become a small gang.
That's
like
true.
Me. Anything is possible in this brave new world that we live in.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Oh, right. I can't believe your entire plan for this game is shoot.
Shoot everyone!
No. That's not my entire plan, Jimmy. That's just one aspect of my plan. Once I settled on this character archetype, that became the plan. If I'd played a brainer, there's a very different set of like schematics for that.
You missed the part where Luke chose Battle Babe, right? Like, That's
right.
always
Like,
going to happen.
Like honestly, for my if Sunrise dies, I might choose Brainer, and then we'll see the other side of things. But for now,
All right,
so I'm just gonna spray these motherfuckers with bullets.
Okay.
That's my plan. I want to because I know, it's already been well established in the fiction that the systems of Paradise are what makes it dangerous. And so before I engage the gang as a whole, I want to cut the head off the snake.
Right.
Without orders, they are much easier to deal with than if they have someone direct.
I mean, they've been told to search for you, right? They're on the lookout for you.
I know.
So I'm thinking that
I'm sure.
I think it's going to be exchanging harm. It's going to be seized by force if you want to try and do that.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm down with that.
Cool. Let's bring up...
and to be clear, what I'm seizing by force is I'm seizing the lives of the leaders. The people I have identified as being in control.
Yes.
The mooks can wait for later.
Yeah.
This system is so great.
I know, right?
Seize your life by force.
I'm gonna seize your heart by force, Jimmy. I really want you to love me.
Yeah, I'll seize your heart by force.
Alright. To seize
That's also
by
kind of
force,
Monster Hearts.
Yeah, that's Monster Hearts for sure.
Exchange harm, but first, roll hard. On a 10+.
Cool.
Choose 3.
And I am acting on your answer. Do I get the +2?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool. Let's fucking do it. It's a 9. And I mark XP. I'm good at this game.
Cool. Choose 1. Oh, choose 2, sorry. Yeah.
Choose
inflict
2.
terrible harm, suffer little harm, take definite... So we're aware, you are aware that they have lots of big guns, right? Because there's...
Yes, I am aware of that.
Cool, because there's, including their gang bonus for being 1 rank above you, that's 4 harm?
Yep.
Cool.
Oof.
I am going to choose to suffer little harm.
Cool. Reduce it by 1.
And I'm going to choose to inflict terrible harm.
Okay. Cool.
So that means I'm taking, you said, 4 to start.
Mm-hmm.
Little harm makes it 3. My armor makes it 1.
Yep.
Nice.
Because I stole that flak jacket from their friend.
Yeah, definitely.
And my harm...
This guy's just got... The guy that you're, trying... Mongolian general dude
Yep.
is he just has a bin lid, just
Yep.
as a breastplate.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Nice.
And
Stylish.
yeah, and then my harm is so my assault rifle is 3 harm, -1 harm because they are a larger gang than me.
Mm-hmm.
+1 for terrible harm takes it back up to 3.
Mm-hmm.
+1 for merciless. +1 for blood crazed. So that's 5 harm.
It's complicated.
Let me just check that because I think that's just fucking them right up.
Yes, I do believe that is the mechanical effect of that. Yes, but I'm not certain.
Oh shit. Okay, so you didn't choose to take definite control of it, right? So here's what happens.
Nope.
Right?
Yep.
So apart from taking definite control of the thing you aimed for, just narrate for me. What does this look like on camera?
Yeah, right. Okay.
Remember that there are civilians. Or
Yeah, but I'm not shooting at them. Other people might be shooting at them, but I don't have control of that.
Them, but okay.
Oh yeah, okay. So what this looks like, I think, is that that first we see the flag, gets planted, and I think all of the eyes we cut to a reaction shot of the other side as they all eyes go to the flag, and there's simultaneously an what is happening, and a focusing on that area is where I must be, and then an oh shit when they recognize the sigil. Because, it's still, that career was still within living memory. Yeah. And that's when I pop up, 5 meters away, because I got give to plant the flag. And so, from the next bed over, I pop up when they're all looking somewhere else. And I just, and there's just, it's just, with, perfect technique, just, this raking line of bullets, cuts across a bunch of these people. And, Sunrise is wearing their dusk armor. So it's well, their dusk clothes under their bulletproof jacket vest thing they've got. And so it's all in like reds and vermilions and scarlets and oranges. And it also has lights built into it. Like bright infrared lights flashing away from them. And they're wearing like a goggle, like monocle thing on the eye that is not the eye of fire.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So they're not affected by this red light. They can see just fine. But everyone firing at them is kind of like trying to get a bead.
That's fucking sick.
Which is part of what like the two armor kind of represents. Yeah, and so they're just like...
Without wanting to step on anything, Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. So, yeah, like
Yeah.
you you take down most of the people in like in the polo shirts and khakis, right? Like
Yep.
most of them go down. And like you and like for a moment you like scan the bodies and like
And then I realized that the
Fu Manchu is
mustache
not
guy's
amongst
missing.
them, right?
Yeah.
Like
That's fine.
and-
We can take care of that.
and I think you hear, and I think at that point you hear like a World War II air raid siren start up, right?
Yes.
I love it. That's perfect. That's
Like-
perfect.
At which point I want Give to roll. Now, so here's the thing, Give. Like that sound.
Yeah. Is too much like a thing, I know. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Um,
You just watched your Lola like
yeah.
just fucking
Just
murder
Murder a
everything.
whole bunch of people.
Right, like, and like there are people like standing amongst these bodies, just like looking around, freaking out. Like trees in the middle of like the few trees left after like an area has been cleared.
Yeah.
It's just like
Okay.
yeah,
So here's the thing.
just with blood
I was
splattered all over them.
I was already thinking that I'd quite like to open my brain about my radio and its whereabouts. And I think that noise is narratively what like kicks me into it. Like I don't think it's sort of not so much like I'm gonna do that thing that I do sometimes to try and work out where my radio is. It's more just like I'm thinking about my radio, wishing that I had my radio right now.
Yeah.
And that sound starts up and it just like kicks the kicks the brain opening.
Kicks the brain open.
Kicks my brain open, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I
Cool.
would like
yeah,
to
I was gonna
do,
make you
yeah.
roll like act under fire to not if you were going to try not to.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm gonna do that anyway.
yeah.
Um,
Cool.
Okay. Alright, let's do that. What did we get?
Got a 9 by my
Partial.
screen.
9. Yep, partial success.
Okay. If I wanted to assist with this, bump it up to a
Ooh.
10 or 11.
How would you
so-
assist?
Well, you're looking for the radio, right? I speak to you through the radio.
It's true.
Things are
But I
getting
don't
up,
have the radio, that's the problem.
but you don't
Yeah,
need
but
it,
that's
right?
not.
'Cause-
We're talking about weird shit, right? Like.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Here's
at
the
this
thing, Jimmy.
point,
I'm not sure you're in a position to. Oh, you know what? Like, I like the idea.
I reckon Mito's got the barter now. Like, gasoline was the
I
big
mean,
problem.
Well, no.
I'm like-
I think that if Mito is helping, it's not actually his current present action that's doing it,
Yeah, right.
okay.
right?
Right.
Like,
The
you wanna
inspiring
help-
thought of Mito Bright Eyes Armstrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's fair.
Alright.
That's absolutely fair.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like. Yeah. Do you want to try helping?
Yeah. Have a go.
Yeah, I can do that. So
So-
it's
What
2d6
does it
plus-
sound like? What noises, what sounds are the radio currently making, despite the fact that you're not broadcasting?
You know what? It sounds like
Is it music? Is it a sound?
Mito
Is it the voice?
apologizing. It sounds like the radio is saying in my voice, "Give, I'm sorry, I'm over here. You can find me over here. This is where I am."
Cool. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's 2d6 plus my hex with give, which is 3. Is that right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yes.
Excellent. So that pushes. So yeah,
Woo.
that pushes
Right.
you up right into range.
Yeah.
Well and proper.
Neat.
So
Neat.
here's the thing about So what? So yeah, like I want to get a bit of a like feeling of like what's your action look like as you're doing this, right? What do we
Yeah.
see of you on camera?
Yeah. So, well, I think I've actually had a thought about the secret that I was meant to reveal this session. I've had a thought about it. And I think so that secret would go just to sunrise, wouldn't it? There would be a secret, only sunrise. Okay, so I'm not gonna.
M flashes back to having to take the headphones off.
yeah, exactly. So I think that there is a hint to that in this, but we don't really see it quite because that's a sort of a thing for later. But I think as this sort of wailing sound starts up, there's kind of like a whole lot of sounds that happen at once, and I kind of imagine them in this really like almost like a musical kind of sample based musical track way. Like the sort of the wail starts up, but then like it kind of like drops down such that I can hear Mito calling. But I think like between the wail
It like drops down to that drone that we always hear when it's like weird
yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it like drops down to that drone, and I hear Mito's voice. But between those two sounds, there's this moment where we get a sound, and I think we don't quite see this, but maybe it's like just in the edge of the frame for a second. There's this sound of like 4 feet, two pairs of feet, really, really close to like where the camera is, kind of to one side of Give. And I think like in the corner of the frame for a second, we see like the feet of 2 people just kind of like standing alongside Give. And then everything goes at like mad technicolor. And like the camera sort of moves such that, that goes out of shot. And kind of like pans right around to like the scene of everyone, who's just been like obliterated. The drone then becomes that. I think we decided it's like a horribly slowed down version of.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah. And yeah, like I think there's this really like. I can't quite decide what it looks like, but the dead people definitely don't look dead in this view. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah.
I think they're sunbaking.
I was totally just about to say the same thing.
I think all of the people in the polo shirts are like now like, wearing like bikinis and board shorts and whatever, and have sunglasses on and are like lying down sunbaking, and then there are other people kind of like milling around.
I like the blood-stained snow becomes sand.
Yeah, exactly. There's just it sort of like moves. You sort of kind of see this transition move across, and yeah, everything is very like. I don't think what era we would describe that.
I'm thinking 50s.
Yeah, maybe 50s. But I don't think that the clothing and the things are like era appropriate. But it's that same kind of like. The colors are like that.
I'm imagining it through a what's the such and such something high 8.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A Super 8. Yeah, imagining it like through a Super 8 like filter.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it was directed by a 12-year-old like Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. And I think in this view, whether or not this happens in kind of the real world or not, I start walking toward the sound of Mito's voice, trying to kind of like follow where I can hear Mito calling me. So yeah, I'm going to sort of try and get a location on that and like follow the sound to see where Mito is.
Yeah, and I think like I think it's a thing of like you kind of have the sensation of more just being like a floating camera, right?
Yeah.
Like you turn around and you see your body just kind of like sitting there like wide eyes and zoning out, and then you like just like out of body like just like slowly like steady cam through the through the loading bay
and like bullet time, like Matrix style, like bullet time trails like whiz past in front of the camera.
Yeah. And I think...
But they're butterflies.
Yeah, right? And I think we see you go into the bowling alley bunks, right? The barracks. The barracks alley? And through a locked door with the the safety glass that has the mesh through it, and it's got it's been smashed, so it's got it's opaque because of the broken glass. And you just kind of I think you go through the keyhole, and inside you see Newton there, and there's a row of lockers on one wall, and Newton has a massive beanbag and stacks of bags of Cheetos and things like this, preservable junk snack food, and pallets and pallets of probably Mountain Dew. It's got to be Mountain Dew, right? It's got pallets of Mountain Dew and boxes of Cheetos and all those sorts of things. And this is I think there's a little he's surrounded by soft toys and things plushies that you would win from the prizes and stuff. It's the prize room, right? From the arcade bit of the bowling alley, but he's turned it into his own private palace, and you can see him there shaking this radio and banging it, right? And it's saying I'm sorry every time, and it's just apologizing to him.
But of course he can't hear that, right?
But that's what we see, right? Right?
Yeah.
Is this he's angry at this thing, and it's apologizing to him, but he won't accept it, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I think he's got some kind of little cap on over his his twin, a nightcap sort of thing. No, it's definitely a beanie with it's a red, yellow, and blue beanie with a bobble. It's knitted. And yeah, he's in his night gear as he's sitting there, because he's it's time for a nap. You wanted some radio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So what do you do when you so yeah, you see that? Do you pull back to your body, or?
Yeah, I think
and you pull back to people and the sound goes from that slowed down droney, wouldn't that be nice, back to people going just screaming and yelling about the fact that all the people around them have just fallen down dead from massive amounts of bullets and all this sort of thing, right? It just goes back to the screams.
Yeah.
Massive bullet overdose.
Yeah, right. And we pull back, and you peek over, and you see older people trying to get younger people or children to to safety, right? Which is towards you, or towards some of them are coming towards you, some of them are going towards the loading bay, and they're running, heads covered, all that sort of shit. Do you do anything, or do we want to get a break? Do you want to do anything before break? Is my question.
No, because I think the next thing that I want to do is like get Lola and like go to the bowling alley.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, we will take our first break there, and we'll be back in a minute. Cool. Bye, Chad.